Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel. This is a haul video, but because most of the haul was books, I'm going to start there. This was one of those places where if you buy 5 titles or more, you get all of the books at half price. So, and the base price was $2 for hardcover and $1 for softcover. So really very affordable. I'm going to start with this one. It's a guide and it's in landscape format, and not because I like these kinds of creatures or anything. I intend to, there was a price tag of $8.50 on this. And $16.95. I intend to add this to the stash that I work on all year round for for my grandsons. Now, the younger one is absolutely just loves, creatures and critters and salamanders and frogs and things like that. So I think this would be a good book for him to have. And hopefully he has a little library starting off books that will carry through his life. So that's that one. And again, these books were not in any way sorted. So there was fiction with kids' books, with, it was a bit of a mess. And I don't know how many of you out there have progressive lenses in your glasses, but you know that you have to have your head positioned in just such a way so that you can actually see these things. So if the shelves are way too tall, it's a challenge, and especially if you're short. But likewise, and probably worse, is if they are right at ground level. So anyway, despite all those challenges, I spotted this one. And of course, it's another field guide to flowers, and it is gorgeous. It says Wildflowers of Britain and Northern Europe. And I didn't even look at the date. 1974. So I can forgive that is what we would call Canada thistle. Like, just luscious. I thought I might have had this book, but I don't. So, of course, that was a nice find. So, under that formula, this would have cost me 50 cents. So, woohoo! Now, I have several books with beautiful watercolor pictures, paintings of fish. So this is sort of the equivalent with lures. Now, of course, I didn't read anything about it. I just flipped through it and saw that they're watercolors. So, of course, I grabbed it. But it says, okay, rare and forgotten masterpieces of fishing. What is the year on this? 97. So, does this become part of I don't know, I can't see myself doing a fishing journal or a fish journal, but yet, how could I pass this up? Oh, look at that cool cover. Okay, onward. Okay, traditional herbal remedies. Now, there aren't that many illustrations in this, but again, it's hard to pass up these cute little books that could so easily be turned into, just a really cute size journal. And the little illustrations and the borders are watercolor. So there are a few of those kinds of things. So again, a person can fussy tear around them and use them as decoration, or leave these pages intact because the borders are so beautiful and just cover this center area. That might be the way to go. Now, because looks like it's a sewn-in signature. Yes. So maybe this is one of those that lends its, okay, 1, 2, 3, I think 5 signatures. One of those that lends itself to an altered book. So maybe if a person took out, what, first and third signatures, that might free up enough space to, anyway, I would need to think about that. This is, you know, just sort of a craft colored paper cover, and it is simply it's all blank. Nobody has written on the first few pages and then ripped them out. So one side is some coloring page, and the other side is lined. So is that not wonderful? Let's see. I would doubt that this is sewn in, but hey, I've been wrong before. Imagine what nice pages these would make in a book. Because they're, oh yeah, it is sewn in. Like, I mean, perfect to use as is. And probably just about, there's one of my shorter rulers. Probably just about perfect in size. Look at that, 5.5 by 8. Score. This is my second copy of this book, and of course it is gorgeous as well. It's The Country Flowers of a Victorian Lady, Fanny Robinson. Beautiful end papers, sort of creamy colored paper, and then you've got things like this that are sort of, you know, those illuminated pages. Full page, fancy, you know, with script and borders, pictures or illustrations of flowers, a variety of fonts. There's some quotes and verses. So now that I have 2, I feel like I can disassemble one. Again, just gorgeous. Now these pages are bigger. 9 by 7.5. But again, just gorgeous. Now it says that text by Gil Saunders, Albert and Victoria and Albert Museum. So what can I quickly find? Okay, so this Gil Saunders is a senior curator at the Department of Prints, Drawings, and Paintings at the Victorian Albert Museum. So he would have had access to all those, and that is in London. Oh, that's Jill. She has written on a variety of artistic subjects. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Painting Better Landscapes, Margaret Kessler. So again, I mean, I've got a lot of art books. I haven't chosen to cut up any of my own so far. But these sorts of things always, you know, there are obviously some completed paintings that can be used as decorative things. There are these sorts of instructional diagrams that also have a place, I'm sure. Studies and close-ups and exercises. So again, this would have ended up being 50 cents. So of course I took it. This is called The Sampler, a machine sewn quilt. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love the landscape format of these sorts of books because, you know, you just fold it in half and you've got a signature page all ready to go that is right side up. All of this is, that looks like brown ink to me. So, you know, it kind of just lends itself to most projects. Okay, this was marked $1, and this is just another one of those photo albums, you know, with the double thickness and the you know, the really beautiful and ornate illustrations. So I think I have, well, I do have a video way back when of how I took one of those apart and put it to use. I have another little stack and then just a couple miscellaneous items. Oh, sorry for the grunting and groaning. I woke up with such a backache. I can hardly stand it. I can hardly move. Okay, sorry. This as this pile. The closer this is to the camera, the bigger it is. Now this book, this is a softcover book. It was in this box, and for a second, the deck of cards was missing, and I thought, well, I should just take the book and leave this behind. But then I thought, well, no self-respecting junk journaler would do that, because this thing has its own possibilities. You know, here's this built-in pocket. Now I'm sure this part could be probably gingerly pried off here. Oh, where's my spatula thing? This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, but anyway, you can just see that with not too much effort, I'm sure I could get this off. Probably with relatively minimal damage. Oh, people, I wasn't supposed to be doing this, but since I've started, I can't leave you in suspense. Oh, they use some heavy-duty glue here. Sorry, I know that this is probably practically in your face. And obviously, I probably shouldn't be taking your time doing this. However, it will show. Oh, there's padding in there. I don't really want to bend the cover. I think I just have this one side that's sort of binding. People, if I would have thought it would give me this much resistance, I wouldn't have started this. Oh. So this is pretty raggedy. But look at, in here is styrofoam. So let me save this piece of ribbon. Let's see, it's probably simpler to cut this than try to amaze you with my brute strength. Ha. Let me chuck that out. But look at, there's a bit of repair needed there, and this corner is a little dinged up, but hey, perfectly adequate cover to start with. Okay, so this, now I would imagine those are tarot card. Okay, it says empowering tool. Well, they just call them Wild Goddess cards. So again, the beauty here is in the illustration of the different cards. And a feminine theme, because we are talking about goddesses after all. And of course, there are the different titles. Drama queen. So we know that the sentiments could be put to use as well. So I thought that was very nice. Okay, then Martha's Sewing Room. Now, this woman, from what I can gather, must have had a PBC, public, right, anyway, you know, those TV shows on that network. 1994, Martha Pullen. Nice paper. These sorts of pages with a lot of instructional diagrams. This is a pull-out section, I guess, on patterns. PBS, that's what I was trying to think of. So you could have ordered the videos and then you'd know everything. That's really cute. That's ribbon embroidery. Some colored photos, and again, a lot of black and white. Like, wouldn't that be cute cut out? Look at those cute little, oh, those are doll dresses. That's why they're so cute. So I thought that was really good. And then, well, this is the one I found first. Same author. Got these pins that are kind of bugging me here. Anyway, same author, but this says French Sewing by Machine. So what I have noticed is that quite often if you find one book of a particular type, so say you find design, you'll probably find several others. If you find a book on, what else have I discovered? Well, in this case, I found this one, and I was not at all surprised to find that there was a second one. Because as book buyers, book collectors, we tend to, if we like a certain author's book or style or subject matter, most of us tend to, you know, go on and buy other titles. So it's got pages like this. It's got all these different black and white designs. A lot of illustrations of blouses, and I think probably nightwear as well, that just, you know, are so ornate that, again, they would be absolutely incredible, just fussy cut and used, you know, like on a masterboard or to decorate something. Card, a page. Let me get to the good stuff. So this is probably more the how-to instructional part of the book. Look at that. So in different size, these diagrams are in different sizes as well. Now, I'm sure you probably can't see the whole page, but that's just the reality of taping an oversized book. Again, beautiful. How big is this anyway? So 7 3/4 inches. So, you know, this could be cut out, border and all, and just be used to create, you know, oversized journaling cards. This one is just a hair over 6 inches. So look at all these blouses. 4 inches. These vintagey photographs. Now, see? Gorgeous. And, you know, even the little, the corners and the borders are ornate and decorative. Okay, so then there are some photographs. Probably, well, pretty shiny paper. But look at this. Antique opera cape with shaped antique lace flowers and soutache? I don't know. Soutachage flowers. This probably not, well, I mean, I don't think I would use these photographs, but who knows? Never say never. So that's that. Then more black and white drawings. Is there no end to these? Like dresses and ladies' tea gown. A corset cover. Oh, it says 1900, so I imagine this is, maybe she's divided this up by time frames. Like it just goes on and on. 1894. Camisoles. So this book, oh, lovely cover. I'm gonna look under the dust jacket. This would have cost me $1. Okay, let me speed things up a bit here. Now, in keeping with what I just said, 2 books and depression glass. Because when people are donating, their collection reflects, you know, probably their donation reflects what they were collecting. So this has a lot of photographs in it. And I, just flipping through these, I know that I have, you know, 1 or 2 pieces in that sort of color. So I think I have a piece of green as well. So I'd kind of like to see if I can find the pieces I have in here. Now, okay, how old is this? 1998. So, of course, this is very old. So who knows what this glass might be worth now. Could be up, it could be down, it could be similar. But again, I just thought it was really interesting because, like I say, and I have some of this kind of stuff. Again, you know, just isolated pieces, nothing that's going to make me rich or anything like that. And I can't imagine even trying to sell them or anything. But it's just, it's fascinating to me. So that's a bit of homework that I have for myself. And then this one, probably a similar time frame. Oh, much newer, 2009. So like about 10 years newer. So this one has more interesting tables, line drawings that sort of show the pattern, which is probably pretty nice because sometimes it's hard to tell, especially on a clear colored plate. I thought it was interesting in this one that it also had some amethyst glass. Now, because you may know, if you've been a viewer for any length of time, that I like purple. So, of course, if I'm going to collect glass, it's going to be amethyst. And I know that some of the pieces in my collection, I did pay, you know, I remember paying $20 for a one of those really heavy bottom glass vases. I'm sure that's not the technical term. And then others were sort of like, you know, for a while there, IKEA had a few amethyst pieces out there. So they range from, you know, sort of you know, probably kind of valuable to, oh, see, I have this in clear, or is it a picture? No, it's a picture, I think. So again, it'll be, I have some of this peach luster stuff. Again, you know, nothing extensive. The only extensive thing is my amethyst glass, but the rest of it is just, you know, the odd piece here and there that a person, I think I might have inherited from my mother-in-law. Again, just, and you know, I have a little, what would you call it? I don't know if it's a saucer or probably too big to be, or too small to be a snack plate, but I use that, so maybe I should stop using it. I don't know. Oh, and here are some ways of, I guess, telling if something is old or a reproduction. Oh, look at all these. Didn't even see this. So this may be one of those things that just becomes a couple of reference books in my my library, as opposed to you know, a supply for journal making. This one is The Art of Trompli Murals, and of course trompe-l'oeil is a French word meaning the art of deceiving the eye. So basically, and see, this is the sort of thing I was attracted to here. There was another trompe-l'oeil book, but I didn't bother getting it. So it's basically painting something that is flat, but because of the shading and the highlights, it looks dimensional. It looks real, and that's where fooling the eye comes into it. So again, these are sort of step-by-step how you do it. But the part that I thought was the most interesting and probably the most useful to me, well, this isn't particularly attractive, but, you know, these sorts of line drawings or something like this, wouldn't that be nice cut out and used as a way to decorate something? Now, of course, this guy's big hairy arm here prevents a person from, you know, you could just use half of it. Big hairy arm. This is not, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's quite light. Then, of course, you know, a photo like this could easily be used to decorate something, as could certain snippets and sections of a page like that. I still haven't really come to what I would call the good stuff. You know, again, if you wanted kind of an ornate type thing over a, this would be cool. That's almost 9 inches tall. You know, fussy cut around there, and then just put something, you know, whether it's a portrait of somebody or something in that center opening. See, this is the sort of thing I was talking about as well. Now, because this was shot at an angle, none of this is actually square. Those kind of become parallelograms. But look at, nice. That's a rendering. This is actually the thing after it's painted. Again, you know, square that off, cut it out, use it to decorate something. Here's another one, and another one. See, a couple of cherubs, and here they are as well. I don't need to probably show you every single thing, but again, you can see why I would have been attracted to this. Even cutting out this bust here could be nice for decorating something. Preliminary sketch and the finished piece. And when you look at it this way, you think, oh, there's a niche and a sculpture in there. Here's like a triptych almost. Italian garden foyer. Okay. So that's why I grabbed this. Nice, look at this. So there will be some fun items to use in here. Okay, so that is it for books. So there are just a couple other things I want to show you. There were these flags. They're posted brand. It's unopened. And so there are 60 page flags in here. And I like this sort of thing because they are unobtrusive and they don't damage a page if you're trying to mark something, and easy enough to spot on the side of a page. So happy with that. Now this, I reached for it. I really didn't know what I was touching. Then I see the indigo tag and I think, whoa, $25. Oh my God. Book sleeve. So basically the page inside says, keep your favorite book safe with your new book bestie. So here's a usable piece of cardboard other than that mangled part. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, sometimes when a person is packing and you don't want your book edge, your book corners, your book edges to get damaged. And it has a snap closure. You know, that's very cool. So I'm thinking, okay, it says 25 bucks there. On the back, it says $12. And I know from having shopped at Indigo and Chapters that, you know, this, probably no one in his right mind would ever pay $25 for this. It's cool. I mean, it looks all crinkled and I don't even know what this is, to be honest. I don't think it has the content on here. So then it would have gone on their half on their clearance rack. And still, nobody in their right mind would pay 12 bucks for this. So I say, I couldn't find a price on this. What would you charge me? And she says, 50 cents. I said, sold. And then the final item, second last. This is a Hallmark box. It says album, $2. So I open it up and I see, oh, it's Noah's Ark. But again, don't judge a book by its cover. So it has really nice pages. It is, well, 12 1/4, I'd say, by, well, if I just measure up to there, 9 3/4. It's got this post type closure. And I thought, well, decorate, and it's got some room to expand. Wouldn't this make a great art journal? Of course, I'd have to cover that cover because I don't like it. But for $2, corners are a bit dinged up, but hey, by the time I'm done with it, that will be the least of our problems. So I thought that was a heck of a find as well. And my last item, I will not be able to get it all on here, but these guys also have, I'll just try to move this around so you get a feel for the entire size. So this is an original piece of art on canvas. There's a signature here in the bottom corner. And I love poppies. I've painted poppies. I love poppies. This is particularly vibrant. This canvas is, I would say, probably 16 by 24. Sorry, I'm just going to tip it over. Now you can see that it's got a picture hanging wire, this black paper that they use to close it up. So my intention here, now I love poppies, and sorry for the noise. Poppies are significant to Ukrainian culture. Plus, they're just so the actual flowers are very, they're so fragile. You look at them the wrong way and the petals fall off. But captured on canvas, of course, they last forever. And the vibrancy of the color and all that, like, either you love poppies or you don't. So I should stop trying to sell you on poppies. So what I intend to do when I have a moment is take this apart and remove the staples, remove the canvas, and I can probably get 2 journal covers out of it. And of course, if I get 2, at least one of them will be for moi. Because, sorry, I just want to rip off the Band-Aid. But you can see that, and then of course I have this, so this would be a 2-inch. Well, an 1.5 inch, a generous 1.5 inch stretched canvas, stretcher bars for, a new canvas if I were to start painting again. So, no matter how you figure it, because it wrapped around the side, yeah, see on this side the poppy petal goes around. The other sides are just black. I could easily get, again, there's a person won't really know that till you get it off the frame and have it flattened out to know the best way to lay this out, but I am beyond happy with this. Now, this was one of the few things there that was not priced, so I thought, well, so I looked for a sign thinking, oh, maybe there's a flat rate for art. But an employee was going by, so I asked him and he said $5. So to have an original piece of art, and if I had a space, but I've run out of wall space, if I had a space to hang this, I would. But I think that I would probably enjoy it more as a journal cover, to be honest. So that's where I'm going to stop today. I want to thank you for joining me. I know that the thrifting videos are typically well received, and I know that I'm voyeuristic in that I love watching other people's thrifting videos. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you find that there's other content on my channel that you'd like to check out. I hope that you choose to subscribe, to give me a thumbs up, to write a comment, maybe telling me what your favorite score was, you know, whatever you choose to say. That helps grow my channel, and that helps sort of visualize, you know, who is in my audience, what kind of people are out there. So that's why I'm asking. Now I will have a couple more thrift videos to do as well, because I successfully bid on a couple of auction lots, and in each case it was, well, the 2 lots were 2 boxes of books. So one I am particularly over the moon about. I didn't see it when I went to do the viewing, and it was just by fluke that I had this auction. Like I was waiting for these items to come up, the ones that we were interested in, which was like a typewriter as well. My husband seems to have started collecting old typewriters. So I had to bid on that for him, plus the box that I was in, books I was interested in. And then just by fluke, I saw this and I thought, that looks like a ledger in there. So I bid and I bid and I won it, and I am thrilled. But anyway, well, let's leave that as a cliffhanger. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.